Ryonji is ready to leave, but not before first offering a piece of advice. Ere we depart, there is a custom of the Knights Blessed which I feel compelled to elucidate. As one might expect, they deem light to be abhorrent, and everything it touches befouled. Thus do they take the utmost pains to protect all they can from its taint, including their very names. To speak plain, it is the belief of the blessed that one's own name must never be uttered in the light of the everlasting day. Yet this commandment precludeth not the use of another's. Thus do parents protect their children, and, in rare cases, master their disciples. So it is that Y'shtola hath taken the name of Master Matoya. Lest we offend them, I bid you speak not her true name in Blessed's presence. With that in mind, let us speak with the god who keepeth vigil at the great wood's board.
She's gonna be so fucked up when I just show up out of nowhere, considering she had no connection, no contact, rather, with the Exarch, so she has no idea I'm here, and it sounds like she doesn't even know Thangred's here, if I remember correctly. I just have bad memory.
I know I have no reason to, but I can't help feeling nervous about meeting Y'shtola. It will be good to see Y'shtola again. I pray thee heed mine explanation of the Blessed's customs. 'Twould be ill-advised to provoke their ire.
Meerkat? More like meerkat. Well met, traveler. What business brings you here? I need to go through, Mr. Meerkat.
Yes, of course. Right this way.
That's so sudden.
Oh!
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
We have arrived.
Oh, voiced. Fully.
Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Ugh.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows?
Honestly, I'd rather the latter.
Much
Stutter.
more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
Good faith, he says, walking in, talking about subjugating people.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No. I think I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly.
That was awesome, just,
To
no.
accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
True. That's my problem so far. Just walking in, haha!
Take control, kill, murder, haha, XD, LMAO, haha, kill, subjugate.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Then Kratos told me of the Asians, and what they have done. If he isn't willing to help, is it wise to let him stay with us?
If he never opened his mouth again, it would be too soon. What is it now? Do you expect me to regale you with friendly banter? Oh, very well. I will humor you this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on, then. What do you wish to know?
Why choose this form here in the first?
Well, what a curious question. Mortal flesh is but the vessel unto which we Asians pour the elixir of our souls, molding it as fits the occasion. Or not, if we so choose. But be it for a year or a millennium, I prefer to retain the same form until my duty is done. So after arriving here in the first, I fashioned some hapless body into the man you see before you. Oh. Though as your friend over there can attest, there are those of us who forego such alterations. He was ever the rash one, La Habrea, jumping from vessel to vessel, never heeding the toll it took on him.
Actually, never mind.
If you've nothing to ask me, why are you still here? Don't you have wardens to vanquish? A realm to save? 'Tis plain our Asian counterpart meaneth to follow wheresoever we lead. Were it otherwise, we would not suffer the overabundance of light in these woods. He would not. Verily, it pervadeth every corner, and so long as the Light Warden remaineth, the Sin-Eaters shall be free to prey upon these lands without surcease. If not as done, 'tis but a matter of time before the blessed succumb. 2 years past, a swarm of Sin-Eaters did lay waste unto their largest settlement, killing a great many of their priests in so doing. Though some few did survive, they knew not how to go on, wayward souls in want of guiding hand. For mercy, Y'shtola hath provided that which they sorely needed. They have since endeavored to restore their home, and thither shall we bend our steps to Fort Gaul.
Thither? That's not a word. Hold on. I'm looking this shit up. This motherfucker has the audacity to tell me that thither is a fucking word.
Thither.
Thither? To or toward that place. You're just looking up words in a fucking encyclopedia that are just... Yeah! That's tomato. Tomato. This fucking game sometimes.
Find a synonym for the word hither. Thither? Perfect.
Orionje said they were rebuilding, but there's no one here.
We both know how Orionje enjoys painting pictures with his words, but he did not exaggerate about this place. Well, where's this friend of yours we've come to meet?
Wait. Did the opposite, my bad. In that building, perhaps?
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Oh.
Surround them!
These Senators, they're not like the others.
Sin Eaters, huh?
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Oh, for the love of...
What?
I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives.
Yeah.
You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so, I retire to the shade.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Who would have guessed? Certainly not I.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Yeah.
Enough. Runard, report.
Master Matoya! We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
She can't see, can she? Hold up. If ever there was a time to clarify, Y'shtola is literally blind. What I meant here by she can't see, can she, is she can't recognize my aether, which is our life force, if you don't know. So I'm not making commentary on the fact that she's blind. Anyway, back to it.
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company. The one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Perhaps think of another world.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though she is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by her most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
Hi. It's been too long, clearly. Nice to meet you too. Nice to see you too, Master Matoya, or you truly thought me a senior. It's been too long, clearly.
Master Matoya?
Are you crying?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come. I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
He just walks over and grabs me by the face. Starts pulling me along to where we need to go. Oh, he's literally heading the opposite direction.
Lahi! I didn't expect her to be so imposing in person.
That ended a lot better than it might have. No thanks to Emmett Selk. That she should imagine her as a stranger.
It's been so fucking long. My poor blind little cat.
You have been busy since arriving in the first, I gather. But I would hear the tale of your travails in more suitable surroundings. With Fort Gons set to be rebuilt, or yet to be rebuilt, the Knights Blessed have made their home in the settlement to the northeast. I will await you at its entrance. Follow the path through yonder gate and you will find me soon enough.
Okay. This music's so fucking good. Let's go! Y'shtola!
There you are. I was beginning to worry. Much like the Twelswood, this forest has a way of dealing with those who stray too far from the beaten path. But I digress. Let me show you the home of the Knights Blessed.
Okay.
To make their home here, and so swiftly, would surely have required no small amount of ingenuity. A most impressive feat. Wouldst thou not agree? Finally, a place to rest.
Have you ever seen such a tree? To think these are only the roots.
Voiced or unvoiced cutscene? Unvoiced, I'm guessing.
Slitherbow is the
Oh.
largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood.
Ah, I get it. They cover their eyes to the light.
I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come.
Alright, so let me tell you all about it. So I've been fucking beating the shit out of giant sin eaters. It's been pretty fucking poggers.
She's right, you know. In fact, she's so right that it's lay epic.
I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own.
I mean, that's
My
understandable,
work
honestly.
eventually led me here to the forest, which I have come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
How do you read?
Well, go on then.
Rude.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet,
It looks like it has 2 sentences.
I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city?
Oh, I will.
Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
Everyone's so fucking rude to each other right now.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life.
True.
But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
I don't want to anymore. Oh, is there more? No? Okay. I am going to go ahead and do as she said and explore around a bit. I'm going to go and get all the aether currents in the area. So I'm going to do that and then continue. Fuck, I couldn't think of the word. Be right back.